I'm inviting you to speak if you want to. You don't have to. Thought it'd be nice to see some of everybody's faces.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
We got through the rain, so it's a little cooler
through
now.
the rain, huh?
Oh yeah, it's been above normal heat here in Central Florida. 103 heat index.
Whew. That's got to feel super nice with all that humidity.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Makes a longer day. Get up earlier and work the dogs later.
Right?
Dark in the Netherlands. Martin, dark in the Netherlands.
Dark, and I'm sure it is dark in the Netherlands. It's got to be pretty late, 2 a.m. There you go, or pretty early, however you want to look at it.
Yeah.
What's up, Big Tim?
Hey, what's going on, Todd?
How you been?
Been great, buddy. How you been?
Oh, crazy as ever, but another day, another dollar.
Yeah, no doubt. I got your text this morning. The funny thing is that I had a meeting with that guy last week.
Yeah, he likes to call himself Zeus.
Yeah, I saw that. In his project, like the NFTs are, they're just basic utility NFTs that are going to be used for like different things, but no play to earn game or anything like that.
Yeah,
so I've always said that.
Go ahead.
Oh, I've always said that like thoughts are universal, right? Because I had the thought other people are receiving the same type of thoughts, and what they do with those thoughts is like, it's kind of like a filter, right?
Yeah, and I guess you got to look at it like imitation is the best form of flattery. You're putting something out there that people are just really embracing.
Yeah, it's happened before in business with me, so I'm okay with it. I mean, a lot of people get up in arms and really offended, but you know what? There's plenty of room for everybody in this space. Hey, Roger, good to see you, buddy.
Love that attitude.
Yeah, people are so shut off and so protective of what they had, afraid somebody's going to steal it, afraid somebody's going to infringe on them. But you know what? If you're doing it better than the other guys, what do you got to worry about? And maybe having somebody else infringing on your stuff boosts what you're going to do. It makes it better. Competition always makes things better.
That's a good point. Yep. And the Zeus name gets out there.
That's right. One way or another.
Mr. Joe Ingram has his hand up. I'm not sure if he was just saying hi.
What's up, Joe? Well, he wouldn't be shy about asking us questions, so.
Right.
You don't miss those days working in the hot sun. I don't either, Hank. I'll tell you what, I spent 30 years on the desert floor in Phoenix, most of them as a plumber or some form of service. And I do not miss it. I thank God every day that I'm not out there doing that. Hey, Carlo, good to see you, buddy. Glad you could make it. Come down out of the sky for a couple of minutes and put your feet on the ground. Good to see you too, Jay. We're going to start in just a minute. And before we start, I debated whether or not to do this because I don't want to bring the mood down. And this was actually something that affected me pretty well over the last couple of days. One of our dear founders and really good supporters and part of our community, Rick Diino, was fighting a battle with cancer over the last couple of months. He lives up in Canada. They had sent him home to go ahead and pass with his family and friends. And Canada has like medical suicide, assisted suicide. So he chose to go that route on Monday. And Rick always did things on his own terms. I don't know if you knew Rick or not, but man, that guy was some kind of fighter, some kind of inspiration. He was in a wheelchair and he spent 3 hours a day in physical therapy trying to walk again. And you know what? You're walking now, buddy. And I think we all love you. So I just wanted to say that. So with that out of the way, I hope everybody is having a fantastic Wednesday night. You know what? We have had a lot of action, a lot of things going on. And I'm going to dive into the presentation in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the transcripts. We can consider this part of the presentation without a screen share, just sitting here talking. We have had an amazing couple of weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks with the progress on Zeus's Chariots. Not just what's coming in the next playable version of the game, but with recent partnerships and things that have been constructed thanks to a couple of really key players. And I do want to give a shout out and a thank you to Ryan Zerwalt from Bitcoin Campus. He is like the ever networker, and some of the people that he put together is nothing less than like super impressive. You know, it's super impressive. I've had a lot of people coming at me from all angles for many months now with this and that and what they can do. And it's been really hard to filter through some of it. But, you know, I'm glad I took the time to let Ryan into my circle because has proven to be very valuable. And I don't know if he's on this call yet or not, but let me see if he is, and I'll unmute him. Nope, I don't see him. So accolades to you, Ryan. So with all that being said, it's been really, really exciting. And I want to go ahead and get into the presentation. I'm going to share my screen with you all.
Stand up to moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis.
Yep, and we can just go ahead and mute that. Let me find the right one. I don't think I'm sharing the right screen. All right, now I'm sharing the right screen. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you, Roger. I appreciate that. Okay, so I want to welcome everybody to the presentation tonight. It's a beautiful Wednesday evening here in Western Colorado. My name is Tim Bentley. I go by Zeus1 online, or if that username's taken, OG Zeus1, whatever you like to say. I am a serial entrepreneur that has been working hard on a video game called Zeus's Chariots for the last 7 months. I am the originator of the idea, but I'm not the wheels that make this thing run. I have a team behind me, dev team, blockchain team, marketing team, all kinds of people that are helping me bring this vision to life. And you guys, most of you here are a very, very valuable piece of that team. You've been supporting me since the early days. You've been waiting 7 months already, since a lot of you have put in your hard-earned money into our project with the faith that we could bring something to market that could potentially earn you some money. You were ready to go ahead and step up to the plate and swing no matter what was going to happen. And I can't thank you enough for that, nor can I thank the support that I've received from Nicole and Nico, and you know, all the time I talk with Kim and all these other people about what we're doing. I just want to thank you all so much for still being here after 7 months. And you know what? We still have some months to go, so don't go anywhere. But now is the time to really start getting excited, because we have a lot of movement that is starting to happen. Zeus's Chariots is a play-to-earn / pay-to-earn game. And the reason it's both is because we'll have a free version and a paid version. The paid version won't be really expensive. And we have several advantages to Zeus's Chariots. Zeus's Chariots is a 10-player racing game, takes place in an ancient hippodrome where the charioteers are the ancient Greek gods, Zeus, Poseidon, Ares. Races are going to last about 5 minutes. You're going to be able to race for Z, which is going to be our in-game token or something else. It's, Z isn't locked in stone. You're going to be able to race for points. You're going to be able to race for puzzle pieces and more. Now, this is where it's going to get really exciting on some of the new information that I have to give you tonight. This game is going to be fast and it's going to be rewarding. And it really fills a niche in the play to earn space, right? All the Gen Zero games that have come out, it's been fantastic. They've paved the way for the future of crypto gaming and play to earn space. But the games aren't really that great. Like 3.2 million people a day were playing Axie Infinity, but they were only playing for the money. They didn't enjoy it. It wasn't fun. It was expensive to get into, but 3.2 million people logged in every day to play. This is going to be far more exciting than that. We have a lot of advantages with our game. We have 100% original assets. And if you don't know, there's a couple of websites out there, unity.com, Unreal Engine, where you can buy a lot of things that have already done, environments, characters, weapons, outfits, and you can hobble together a game with, a few $100s out of pocket. A lot of these people that you've seen out there promoting these projects and they're going to launch a game and they have an NFT and a token, this is what they've done. We have hand-drawn NFTs, okay? Our NFT artist, Mike Stevens, has done work for Star Wars, Garbage Pail Kids, Topps Trading Cards, Stranger Things, and others. And he drew our NFTs for us. We have a very unique concept. Like I mentioned, all those other play-to-earn games are kind of boring, okay? They're really involved. You got to do a lot of tedious things to be able to earn these coins. Our concept is going to fill a void, and it's completely unique. And NFT ownership is not a requirement to play here, which is also unique. In most play-to-earn games, you have to go out and buy one or more of their NFTs and able to take part in their game, okay? In order for you to be able to take part in their game, you have to buy their NFTs. That's why these gaming guilds have sprouted up, where they bought up NFTs for all these different games, and they basically rent them out for a profit share. And that's going to be built in to Zeus's Chariots. We already have a beta game in the hands of some of our founders right now. We haven't even sold an NFT for our game yet, but we already have a game. And that is also very unique. It's one of our advantages. Another one is that the community is going to be involved in the testing. So everybody that owns one of our founder NFTs, which aren't used in the game, I know I just said we haven't sold any NFTs for the game, but the founder NFTs aren't used in the game. They make you part of the development team is what they do. You can become part of our inner circle. You can help test the game throughout its development, become part of the feedback loop, and together as a community, we're going to bring this game to market. Now, I don't know of any other projects that are doing that, but that's what we're doing, because I feel if we have a couple of hundred people that are playing this, testing it with every feature that we put in, at the end of several months of doing that, if we put out a horrible product, then shame on us. We deserve to lose. All of our game devs, our marketing team, our blockchain team, they all have a revenue stake in this game. This isn't something that we're just throwing money at a company and they're building something out because this is what I say I want done. We're not doing that with the marketing company either. Everybody has a stake here. So it just behooves everybody to be doing the best job that they can. And one of our last advantages is our earning potential. You know, Axie Infinity that I've already mentioned, with 3.2 million daily players at their peak, you could earn 20 to 40 bucks a day, okay? And 3.2 million people logged on every day to do that. Zeus's Chariots, you could earn that much in an hour, 10 minutes, and 20 minutes. And it can go higher and higher and higher. So our earning potential is massive. our charioteers that we have so far, these are our hand-drawn NFTs by Mike Stevens. They're all signed by him. We have Zeus, Poseidon, Aphrodite. I'm sorry, Athena. Yeah. Theseus, I can't see the names because of this bar that's down here from Presentar.
You can see it a little bit.
Yeah. Hercules. Oh, you guys see that same bar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It just went away. Hercules, Aphrodite, Ares, and Asterius. Okay, these are the ones that are drawn. Our charioteers in the game are going to resemble these. Not identical, but they're going to be really close. Maybe a little bit less cartoony. And then our assets that are yet to come are the monsters that are also going to be part of our game. They're going to be mythical monsters from the time. And if you choose to arm your chariot with a monster before the game begins, it'll be something that you can unleash onto another charioteer to steal their coins. It's going to be pretty cool. So the races are going to be taking place 24/7, 365. 10 chariots per race, lasting 5 to 7 minutes. It's going to be fast-paced, frenzied racing that's over before you know it. And if you survive the race, you not only get to keep the Z you earned racing, but you're also going to earn points based on your performance. And you're going to see here tonight that you're going to be able to earn more than just Z. The races that, I don't know why I keep saying that. The top 2,500 point earners for the week are going to race on Sunday for a prize pool that's 10x their normal prize pool. All of those winners are going to race on Sundays for a prize pool worth 100x what they normally race for. And all monthly winners will advance to the end of the year championship races worth 4 question marks, which is highly valuable. Yeah, it's more valuable than 3 question marks. So the prizes, Z is going to be our in-game utility token. There's going to be power-ups. There's going to be puzzle pieces for NFTs, houses, vacations, cars, all kinds of stuff. Anything that you can think of, we're going to be giving away in pieces. And you can also race for points. Now, a note about these puzzle pieces, which I had 6 or 7 other slides prepared for you guys tonight. And I know I saved them. This saves automatically every 5 minutes. And I click save constantly. But when I fired it back up today, all those slides were gone. So I added some towards the end of the presentation, but I'm just going to stick this in here. These puzzle pieces are going to be able to create an entirely new marketplace for racers to buy, sell, and trade their puzzle pieces. Okay? It's going to give you a new revenue stream. So not only are you going to be able to be collecting NFT pieces or pieces of puzzles for NFTs, houses, vacations, maybe somebody really wants that puzzle piece and they're going to offer you some significant money for it on the marketplace. Okay, so it creates an entirely new marketplace for our members and our racers. And then the points, obviously, I just pointed out, are for advancing to the end of the week, end of the month races. There's going to be races for every level of player. Play for as little or as much as you want. Okay, and that includes for free. We're going to have a free version where you're going to be subjected to some ads, more so than everybody else. But it's not going to cost you anything to play and able to earn your way in to the paid races. Do we have any questions in the chat right now? Any comments, anything I should be aware of?
No. Mary's been playing though.
Awesome.
We're good.
Love it. That's so great. Okay, we're going to have 2 coins. For now, we're going to call them Z and ZC. They could be called anything at all. Z equals our in-game utility token. ZC is going to equal our native token. We're going to be running on the Polygon network tied to USD Plus. Now, try to follow with me. If you're not too adept at crypto, this can be confusing. USD Plus is a stable coin tied to USDC, which is an asset-backed stable coin. And it's not Luna that just crashed a couple of months ago. That was an algorithmic stable coin. USDC is backed by physical assets. So one USD plus equals $1 US. Our tokens are 1 for 1. So 1 ZC equals 1 USD plus, 1 Z equals 1 ZC. Okay, and we have it this way for a specific reason. You're like, man, that looks really confusing and stupid. Why would you do it that way? We're doing it this way to be compliant with the Securities and Exchange Commission. I know they're not that powerful of people, but I still want to stay out of their crosshairs. Okay, no, they're super powerful people, and we want to stay out of the crosshairs. So by creating these two different tokens, we create a whole new dynamic of what you can actually use Z for when you win it. Okay, everything is going to be controlled by a fully secured and audited smart contract. To acquire ZC, or native token, you're going to send, for example, $100 of USD plus to the smart contract, and you're going to receive 95 ZC due to the 5% buy tax. You can then swap your ZC for Z and go to the marketplace to prepare yourself to race. Z can be used for many things other than just swapping to ZC and back to USD plus, i.e. cashing out. That was one of the things that is very important for not only us, but any play to earn game to avoid going into the future. It would behoove all of these creators to do some research, or perhaps hire a firm to do the research for them so they understand the pitfalls moving forward, unless they're not going to dox themselves and they don't care. You can use Z for entry race fees, swag, power pack add-ons, mint NFTs, buy free lives, swap for ZC, or even buy advertising. Maybe you want to sponsor a race. Race level examples. And mind you, these are all examples, okay? This is just what I thought of, and anything is potentially possible. So let's say, for example, the entry fee into the race was 1Z. You wanted to buy power pack add-ons, which comprise of speed ups, power ups that you shoot at people, shields, monsters, all the good stuff that you want in a race. That's 3Z. Okay, you spent 4, and now you have a chance to win up to 30. Okay, our gaming revenue is 10. We're going to take the entry fee as our revenue. It's not going into the prize pool. And then everything that's purchased outside of that for power pack add-ons, extra lives, all of that goes into the prize pool. Okay, so you could be racing for more than this. And with the prisoner's dilemma, we calculate that all races are going to be near 100% purchase of the power-ups. Because let's face it, if you're going to be racing, you're going to want to win 30 bucks or 150 or 300. You're going to want to defend yourself, and you're going to want to be able to attack others and steal their stuff. That's the whole point of the game. It's going to be awesome. Okay, but then you could go for 5, 10, 30, 50. Race for as much or as little as you want. And quite honestly, if you don't see a racing level that suits your needs, we're going to be able to, I want to be able to have racers create their own lobby. Okay, maybe you want to race for 7 or 15 or 100. You can create your own lobby. And the cool thing is, the way I envision this is that you log into play, you're looking for a race to race, and the race is going to break down everything available in that race. And we're going to get into that a little bit in the future. Racing objectives. We have many objectives that you can be racing for. One of them is to gather points, right? Maybe you want to be able to go to the end of that week race and try to win your way into the end of your championship, where you could possibly win 4 question marks, right? So maybe you're racing because you want to finish first. Maybe you're racing because you want to pick up puzzle pieces. Maybe you're trying to win your mom a house, or maybe you're trying to win your mom a new Kawasaki. Who knows? Maybe she really wants a Bored Ape Yacht Club card. So maybe you're racing for puzzle pieces, or maybe they're just super valuable on the new marketplace that we created. Maybe all you want to do is seek and destroy others. You don't care about finishing first. You don't care about the puzzle pieces. You just want to sit there, run your race, watch everybody collect all their good stuff, and then you're going to destroy them and steal it from them because that's the kind of person that you are. And that's fine. I don't care.
So mean.
You could be that person.
Yeah, it sounds fun though, and destructive.
That's right. Seek and destroy. Or maybe you want to gather Z. Maybe you want to collect as much Z as you can because you want to buy some awesome swag, right? You want a hoodie or a coffee cup, or maybe a horseshoe pit with Zeus as the post. Just kidding. Players are going to be awarded each lap based on the place that they're in at the time. So half of our prize pool is going to be divvied up on where you're finishing each lap. The other half is going to be like strewn onto the races, onto the racetrack in a random fashion. And maybe you pick it up and you pick up a coin or a part of a coin, or hey, maybe it blows you up. I don't know. Okay. And the coins may be out of the way or slow you down to acquire them. You're going to need to decide for yourself why you're playing and what it is you want to do, which is going to make the game really cool. And you're going to want to arm your chariot. Okay, you're going to have an opportunity to arm yourself for the races. With your Z, you're going to be able to purchase add-on packs, which contain 2 power-ups, 2 speed-ups, 1 shield, 1 monster. Okay, you want these things. You can also purchase a free life. Okay, if you purchase a free life, somebody takes you out of the race, you come back, you regain 50% of what you lost. Sorry, they're going to keep the other half because you suck enough to die. What add-ons do? Power-ups come in a variety of things and they inflict serious damage to other chariots. You use them to destroy or heavily damage another. So it's going to take practice and skill to learn when to deploy your power-ups to maximize the damage and steal somebody else's coinage. Speed-ups are going to give you a 1-lap speed boost of up to 10%. Shields are going to provide 100% protection for an entire lap. Monsters, when deployed, are going to leap on to a targeted chariot and they're going to siphon coins from them for 10 seconds or until they're shook off. You're going to be able to make some kind of action on the remotes because, oh yeah, this is in VR and web-based. So you're going to be able to click some buttons or do some motions to shake that monster off sooner. But if you don't do that, you're going to be losing coinage. Our free-to-play version is going to be like I said earlier. It's not going to cost you anything to play. You're going to have to watch some ads. That ad revenue is going to be dripped into you in the form of coins until you have enough to join the real race. Or maybe just want to cash out. You don't ever want to play the real race. The special racing Z is not redeemable for ZC, and we didn't even go through that yet, so this is misplaced. Buy and a sell tax. There will be a 5% buy and sell tax, and this is negotiable, right? This is still not firm. The buy tax is going to break down like this. 1% goes to the end of the year race, 1% goes to the end of the month race, 1% to the end of the week race, 2% to prizes. So this is why there's 4 question marks, and maybe I should have done 6, because we really don't know what they're going to be worth. Sell tax, 1% to charity wallet, 1% to prizes, 3% to marketing. Now, USD Plus is a stable coin that has a 7 to 10% APR. I'm not going to apply that APR to our liquidity pools because I never want our token to go above $1. The reason for that is I don't ever want the SEC to say that we sold a securities. If you buy a coin with the hopes that it's going to be worth more next year, that's a securities. And we're not going to be victim to that. So we're going to use that 7 to 10% APR for more charity and prizes. And not only that, we're also going to be using liquidity in our liquidity pool in the smart contract to be doing some quantum farming on stable coins. And we're going to be paying out once a week. So all week long, we're going to be putting more and more and more and more and more into a farm, yield farming. And then once a week, we're going to bring it all back and we're going to pay out. Okay. So all that extra farming revenue is also going to be used mostly for charity. Okay. Mostly for charity. The NFT marketplace. I mentioned that you do not have to own an NFT in order to play our game. So we're going to have a marketplace where all NFT owners are going to be able to put them up for rent. And when you're not playing, which I can't fathom, like you're not playing 24/7, 365, you can rent them out. The rental fee is 20% profit share of everything that your renter earns while they're racing. Now, this all gets amplified and a little more exciting as we move along. Scaled prize pools, we're going to skip that. That's not important anymore because that doesn't exist. Partnerships. Okay, Zeus's Chariots is already making partnerships / collaborations with other projects. We could become somewhat of a unique launch pad for other projects. Think about that for a minute. By projects donating their native tokens to ZC, we can add them to our prize pools. Why would they do this? Well, this gives increased visibility and additional token holders for their projects, while at the same time increasing the value of each and every Zeus's Chariots race. Now, this is extremely profound. Imagine applying 20 ZC to a race, and right off the bat, you receive an equal amount of tokens in your wallet for another project. Or racing for a dozen different types of coins outside of Z. Our first partnerships are already being concreted right now. TravelClub.savings is a travel portal that blows Expedia and all the other travel websites out of the water. They've created a token called Travel. You can use Travel on their booking site to reduce your cost of hotels, cruises, cars, etc., all the way down to wholesale. You know, the price Expedia is paying before they mark it up for you and they charge you retail. You can get these hotels, cars, and cruises all the way down to wholesale. When you fund your Zeus's Chariots account with, say, $100, you're not only going to receive the ZC, the 95 ZC, but you are also going to receive $100 in travel tokens. You get immediate benefit before you even race. Okay? So you send $100, you automatically get $100 in rewards to take off hotel rooms, and they're not marked up. Like, they don't mark it up this much to bring it back down. These are real savings. And you're going to have the chance to win more travel in the races. Lab Rabbits is another primary partner. Lab Rabbits is bringing the medicine of tomorrow to the blockchain. The founder of Lab Rabbits is quite possibly, there's an error, one of the most impressive people that I have ever had the privilege to meet and speak with. And I've been meeting and speaking with him regularly. He's not normal, he's not average, and he's on our team because he needs some help. On the crypto side, he's going to be bringing an easy to use one-click sign-in wallet where you can buy crypto in NFTs with your debit or Cash App card. Okay, we're working on the integration of Zeus's Chariots into this wallet. Imagine just going to the website, boom, signing in with Google, do your OTP, and there's your wallet with NFTs, staking, everything right inside the wallet. The moment you sign into Money Bunny, you're going to immediately own Labs, travel tokens, and Zeus's Chariot tokens, and you can earn more simply by sharing it with others. Okay, please I implore you to follow their Telegram channel, and I'm going to drop the link in the comments.
Hey, Tim.
Yeah.
Mary asked how to benefit from, say, Travel and Lab Z if they're renting.
Well, you are going to automatically earn 20% of your renter's earnings. So if they're earning these tokens, then you're going to get some of them. But I suppose if you never fund your wallet, like you never fund your Zeus's Chariots account to play yourself, you won't be rewarded with the travel right away.
You'd get the rewards from renting of your chariot.
Yeah.
No, okay.
But you can afford to travel.
Yeah, right. So hold on a second, guys. I'm grabbing this link.
You should have told me you were going to do that. I could have dropped it in there.
I know. I should have, and I could have, but I didn't. So
there's that.
So there's that. I'm going to drop this right here. Hey, look, here's a couple of things that I want to tell you guys. Just between me and you. This travel deal, I said it's way better than Expedia or Priceline, and I meant it. The owner of this program has access to the 3 wholesalers of travel in the world. There's only 3. He has direct access to them. Same place Expedia and Priceline all get their travel. Same places. They've decided to go this route for a couple of different reasons. If you could bring people that are not into crypto through a travel token, then you're backdooring them into the crypto world. Also, Expedia, Priceline, Kayak, these are not companies that you usually just take on head on, right? What are you going to outspend them in advertising? Take losses for 10 years while you build up your brand? He needs a Trojan horse in order to usurp the hierarchy in the travel industry and unseat the ones at the throne. And he's got to do it on the slide, right? So he's willing to partner with projects like mine in order to make that happen. Now, our other partner, Lab Rabbits, they have the same thing. I can't tell you what they have. I can just implore you to go to their Telegram channel. What we're doing with just that partner, not to mention all of our other projects. I'm like, if we become a launch pad, do you know any other projects that would like more holders of their tokens, more eyes on what they're doing? Yeah, there might be a couple, 100, right? Imagine the power of that. Imagine the power of all you got to do is play our game for a couple hours, and you have one of the most diversified portfolios of all your friends that own cryptos because you played a game. You didn't have to choose. You didn't have to research. Our teams did that for you. We vetted the projects. We acquired the tokens. We just gave them to you. And now you can log in. You can go to that token page. You can learn about their project. So it's a win-win-win for everybody involved. When people need to distribute their NFTs, we're the perfect solution. We gamify it. We split it up into pieces and make people race for puzzle pieces, right? So that is all really cool, and it's going to lead us to hopefully millions of daily users. Hopefully. But then on the back door, there's something more important happening. Something profound. Something that has such a massive impact on humanity as a whole, that the fact that I'm even a part of it, I am completely humbled. Okay, and now by proxy, you are all a part of it too. And the only way you can learn what that is to go to their Telegram channel.
So Tim, if they go to their Telegram channel, do you not want me to post their website link? I know Jerome was asking where he could buy Lab Rabbits. And I do have their link, but
Yeah, you could totally post that too. Please support their project, buy some
Okay.
lab. That's some of the most
Also-
important, that is some of the most important money you will ever spend. Okay, whether it ever grows, whether it's ever worth anything or not. This is the kind of project and the kind of people that you throw money at and go, please, please help us. The things that the owner of Labs has done is nothing short of, like, it's just crazy, right? The guy's a molecular, okay, I'm gonna butcher it. I believe he's a nanoroboticist engineer, a molecular biologist. So he can create molecules, but he's also one of the most brilliant programmers in the world. And he has been since he was a child. Other people involved in this project own like some of the biggest PR firms in this country. Billy Mitchell is part of this program, is part of Labs, is part of our new community that we put together, and we're all working together. And she was just awarded the 100th anniversary of Disney World next month in Orlando to put together the party, to put together everything for it. She organizes and puts together after parties for the Grammys and the Oscars. So these are the level of people that we're dealing with our new partnerships and our integrations. So my excitement has been like through the roof over the last couple of weeks. And with the new revelations and things that we're doing, I've just been itching to bring everybody up to date on what's been happening. And now I feel really good that I got that out. So here's our timeline, guys. Founder card sales live now. You know, it's been happening for like 6 months now. We have 60 NFTs remaining. Card holders are beta testers for the game, advisors of features, and for this, they receive a share of 5% of the gaming revenue. This was important for us to do in order to also stay legal with the SEC, right? I'm not just selling a security, you guys, that you're going to earn money. You're actually part of the feedback loop. Community building is going to begin in earnest now. So we're going to start some marketing probably next week. And we're going to get these last 62, whatever they are, NFTs sold. Okay, I need them sold. So I want that phase over. We have other things that we're going to be rolling out before the game launches. So we're going to start building our community up. NFT sales are going to begin 4 to 8 weeks before the game is live. This was an important fact in the document from our law firm that we should pretty much have a working product before we do any NFT sales. So we're expected to launch is like November, but I think that's going to be pushed off a bit. You know, to be perfectly honest and transparent with you guys, we were pushed back a little bit for a couple of different reasons. One was a partnership that went south. There was a lot of work that didn't get done on that end. Another aspect of it was the market crashed. You guys know that Ethereum went down like 60-something%. So that all put a kink in the production of what we've been doing. But now we are back on track 100%. And it's going to be a super exciting next few months as we build this out. The launch plan is up for debate. So there's a lot of different things that we can do. One of my initial thoughts was that as we're building out Discord and Twitter, we can airdrop 10 million coins into like 100,000 different wallets. And that will help build up excitement in our community and the anticipation for the game. And then we'll instantly have players because those coins, those would be like Z version 2. It's not going to be redeemable for ZC. It has to be used for racing only. So there's going to be an additional smart contract for this purpose. Z2 will also be used as the referral ticket system that we're also thinking about using. So we're thinking about basically rewarding our community and our players the money that we would normally spend on advertising by letting you guys buy these like package of tickets to give to people. And when it's redeemed, you would make double your money from what was, you know, paid for. that would also be in the Z version 2. And that's pretty much our presentation for the game. Like, we have more slides for investor information. If you guys want to stick around, I'm going to break down a little bit of the numbers, what our goals are, what our expectations are, what it takes to get to these numbers. But if you guys want to go, I want to thank you very much for being here, spending time with us tonight. I hope you're excited, if you're a card owner already, about what we presented here tonight. I hope you can start digging in, getting involved, start getting excited, and then let's keep that excitement up over the next few months, because it's really, really important for our community that new people that are coming in, they can see that the people that have been here for months are still excited and engaged, and they believe in what we're doing. You know, that's social proof. And for us, it's really, really important, you know, especially on our socials, because Facebook, you know, as amazing and awesome as Facebook is, and the IRS and all these other people, I love them to death, really, really do. But Facebook seems to throttle my posts, right? So the more people that engage with something that we post, the sooner they engage, the sooner they make a comment when something is posted, the more people that are getting able to see our stuff. So I do ask you that you get involved a little bit, engage with our posts. When you see something, you know, the reactions are cool. I see a lot of reactions, but if you could just drop a comment, I think it will really help our engagement. So, and with that being said, I'm going to move on to the next slides.
Okay, really quick, do you want to know if there's any questions?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay. Mary wanted a clarification on the renting. She says if a renter doesn't win anything, would the renter not win anything? Would the rentee not win anything either?
Correct.
But are they renting their chariots out for a price? Like, obviously they have to pay to rent, right?
They're paying % of anything they earn.
Okay.
Then if they don't earn, then yeah, the renter, the rentee, the owner won't get paid.
Okay.
And that will happen. I mean, from time to time. I mean, we're gonna rent in like 2-hour blocks. So the chance of somebody not winning anything in 2 hours is pretty slim.
Okay.
Right?
And then, yeah. Okay. I see. So we're not talking one race. We're talking a combination of races.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's just too much interaction racing, renting per race. And if a race is only 5 minutes, you don't want to have to go back through and rent again.
Right.
So
Okay.
we're rent for blocks of time.
Perfect. And then can you clarify the 5% of gaming revenue as far as, you know, making sure they understand it's a share of, not.
Yep, it's a share of 5%. So let's say that we earn $1. You 250 people are going to split 5 cents. And you're going to be happy about it.
Yeah, you are.
That's it, right? So let's say your 5% of gaming revenue is $250. Every one of those card holders is going to earn $1.
Right. Or 25 million in
Yep.
gaming revenue.
Yep.
They're going to split that. 5%.
Absolutely. And I think you guys are going to be blown away at our revenue potential.
Are there any other opportunities? Like, how could somebody possibly, I don't know, earn the funds to buy their founder NFT?
Haha. That's a really good question. So, I mean, if you guys are like wanting one of these founder NFTs, we do still have, like I said, 60 something for sale. They're 0.8 Ethereum on the Polygon network, which is about $1,500. And if you don't have enough money to do that, there is a way that you can earn that money in order to purchase that NFT. And that is using our course Simple Dutch at simpledutchsystem.com. And you can just go to simpledutchsystem.com and see if you're in one of the qualifying states or provinces in Canada where you can take advantage of our course, which is guaranteed money from sports books. It's really cool. It's really different. And it can literally put enough money in your pocket the next month to buy 2 of our founder NFTs.
Yeah, and if you don't live in one of those, you can certainly, we have a referral. Now, we do have a meeting tomorrow, same time as tonight, that we're going to be going over, and you can, if you haven't seen it, learn about it, but you definitely can earn that income to get that card, that NFT. So
Yeah.
you can always join us tomorrow. Dan wanted to make a point to say, make it clear that 5% does not include this NFT sale income. Is that correct?
That is correct. It's gaming revenue. We're going to be using that NFT sale income to use it as liquidity pool for our smart contract. I mean, if we give away 10 million tokens, they're worth $1. So we got to put 10 million into a smart contract. So yes, good question, Dan. All right.
Yes, and Daniel Toth was reminding everybody that the Simple Dutch program does have a double money back guarantee, because we know
Yes.
that
Okay.
it's guaranteed. Thanks.
Yes, it does have a money back guarantee.
And Dan, thanks for, he's like, thanks covering your butt. He's helping you cover your butt with differentiating that
Yeah,
5% in gaming.
appreciate that.
Awesome.
It also doesn't include any money brought in from advertising
Correct. Gaming revenue only.
revenue. All right. So investor information. NFT owners, 250 founder card holders will each receive their share of 5% of all gaming revenue. The average cost of one of our founder cards is $1,000. This gives Zeus's Chariots a $5 million valuation. Revenue is paid out weekly through a smart contract. And this fluctuates constantly. So 1% shareholders. We have less than this now. We have 2.5 1% shares available for sale at $50,000 per share. Each shareholder will receive 1% of all gaming revenue on a weekly basis, transacted through a smart contract and paid directly to the shareholder's wallet. For the right person, for the right team, this could go up to 17.5%. Okay. For the right partnership, I would sell an additional 15% of Zeus's Chariots if they brought more than money to the table. They brought a community. They bought some devs, some experience, some access, something other than money. Revenue potential. The play to earn space is not as big as the regular gaming industry yet. Okay, this is going to change in the coming years, and Zeus's Chariots could be a big part of that. The most successful play to earn games have generated over $1 billion a year in revenue. The revenue potential for our game and our year one goal is $500 million. Okay, each founder NFT holder would receive what is that? How did I make that number?
I don't know.
Okay, well, it's $100,000.
Oh, you put an extra zero, put the comma on. Okay.
Yeah, I did.
You
Because
just add an extra zero.
it's a 100x return on their investment. So each of the 250, if we brought in $500 million, would receive $100,000. It's 100 times your investment. Each 1% shareholder would receive $5 million, which also represents a 100x return on the initial investment in year one. Okay, $500 million is nothing. On top of the gaming revenue, we will have revenue from advertisers, farming our LP, sponsorships, and private games. Now, a lot of this other revenue is going to go towards charity. Okay, that's one of our big focuses here. What it takes to hit our goal. Let's look at a few factors here before we do some breakdown of revenue models. Our intended budget for marketing to grow our community before NFT sales is $200,000. We will have 10,000 Charioteer NFTs for sale, and we plan to either sell 10,000 tokens at 50 cents each. Boy, that's not right either. That's supposed to be 10 million. All these changes I made. Or we're going to drop them into wallets. What if it take airdrops would be 100 tokens into 100,000 wallets throughout the community build. Let's assume the community is sitting right there at only 100,000 people with tokens in hand and ready to play. Now the race is on for the 10,000 NFTs. You want to be one of the owners at that point. Now we have 100,000 hungry people wanting to convert their free tokens into convertible tokens through playing the game. Okay, the groundwork is laid. Ready to see some numbers? If we have only 10,000 people who play the game for just 1 hour per day at the lowest entry level in the lobby, here's how that breaks down. But first, a quick question. Do you think it's unreasonable for 10,000 people a day to play this game after what we just went through with building the community? Daniel Toss says, yes, he thinks that's unreasonable. What do you think is a reasonable number, Daniel?
A 100.
100,000. Okay.
Oh.
Does anybody, let me ask this question. Does anybody feel that after what we just went through with building the community, dropping all those coins, selling the NFTs, does anybody here think it's likely that less than 10,000 people would be playing? Just put a 1 in the chat if you think less than 10,000 people would be playing. The chat is empty. Okay. Races are 5 minutes and you can run 9 per hour. 9 times 10,000 equals 90,000 races per day. If we have 10,000 people playing for just 1 hour, revenue would be $10 per race, which is $900,000, which is 27 million per month. Now, if you apply math to this, you will see that 27 million times 12 is more. No, it's less. That's 270, 300 million and some change. So we're almost to our goal with only 10,000 people. With 100,000 people playing, with 100,000 people waiting to play, plus more word of mouth from our moneymakers after races start, continued advertising, I'd like to think we could 10x the previous figures. But if we don't, and that's all it is, how much of that revenue would you like to see flow into your wallets? I mean, at the end of the day, if we never got above $27 million in revenue a month, and you got your fair share of that, would that be so bad? But what if it's 10x that? What if it's 300 million a month? What if we get to the heights of Axie Infinity and we have 3.2 million daily players? Then it's more like 500 million a day. Okay, that's when we start breaking records. But think about this. If you could play a game for an hour, say maybe 2 hours, you're in it for like 50 or 60 bucks. You come away with 100 C, 3 puzzle pieces, and 1,000 tokens to a dozen different projects, worth maybe another $100. Would you be pretty happy? Would you play some more? I think you would. And I think you'd be ecstatic. I think we can beat Axie Infinity. I think we can get to heights unseen. I think if we use this project as a launch pad for other projects, and everybody's just playing a game and winning dozens of different cryptocurrencies, man, I don't see anything wrong with that scenario. And I don't see any reason why we won't shatter previously achieved records in the play to earn space. You know, The most popular online game has 227 million monthly players. And all they're doing is paying money. They're not winning shit. Pardon my French. Obviously, we all want to make money and have our players make money too, but we also want to cause change and affect lives on a grand scale. This is what this is really all about. Okay, I'm not talking about donating some of the amazing charities that already exist. I'm talking about something completely new and radical. What if we could empower communities all over the world with food, fuel, water, and money? We intend to do just that. We will provide hydrogen gas units that run on wind and solar, whose byproduct is clean drinking water, combined with a 40-foot shipping container, outfitted for vertical hydroponics and runoff atmospheric water generators and solar/hydrogen gas. Oh, and these hydrogen gas units also mine cryptocurrency. Combined, these units cost about $1 million. What we want to do is drop them into communities around the world, along with a team of 3 or 4 people that would stay there for, 4 or 5 months to train everybody before they moved on to a new site. And we could literally change the direction of these entire communities by giving them everything that they need to sustain themselves. And not only that, we have other charity works now tied to Lab Rabbits, and I can't even say what it is, but it's massive. One 40-foot container is equal to farming 5 acres of land with 97% less water usage. And our water is going to come from the air. So there's going to be 0 water usage from local groundwater. This unit will provide food year-round, no matter the weather. Food and clean drinking water is lacking in so many places around the world. And just imagine in our lavish lifestyle, and even the lifestyle of some people around the